Good evening, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Happy blessed Tuesday. Y'all come on in for a brief moment. Got a very disturbing case for everybody out of Atlanta, you all, that I would like to share. A local woman has filed a lawsuit because she got a patch of hair snatched out of her head, y'all. And I just want to kind of discuss tonight about briefly about customer service, you all. And before I get off into that, I'd like to thank all the new subscribers um, who actually joined our news channel, you all. And I really appreciate that. And, hopefully and prayerfully, we have a lot of things to look forward to, a lot of great things to come, you all. So I hadn't been on actually live in a minute, maybe 2 or 3 weeks. So I wanted to come on and kind of, touch out and reach everybody, trying to see if I could see who was actually out there and if anyone would be able to join us tonight. But whether they are able to join now, they can always watch the content later, you all. So that's what this is pretty much about. Again, tonight we want to discuss customer service and also a few ways how to effectively file complaints if you are a customer that has been ill-treated or served with bad customer service, you all. This was a situation that had gotten far out of hand. It could have been easily avoided by both parties in this particular case, you all. But tonight we are advocating for Sister Dawson, who had a patch of hair snatched out of her head like she was on an Indian reservation or something. So tonight, again, we want to briefly talk about that and how she could have prevented getting her hair snatched out of her head and beat up like that, you all. Because again, I don't want to give any kind of kudos to the people who actually done this, you all, because the customer is always right. So I'm never advocating for people to actually use violence as some means of a duty, as some means of solving, might I say, solving conflict resolution. Y'all get it, y'all understand what I'm actually trying to say. Sometimes I don't have the words for all these big words, but we can get straight to the point here. You are actually joining me for the first time. A lot of times we read the news article, then share the news clip on these particular lives so that everyone can get a better understanding. But tonight we will be coming from the Black Enterprise, you all. We will be reading the news article tonight from the Black Enterprise. And also, if you have been treated with bad customer service, I did put a link in the description below for the customer service number for Popeyes, you all. And if for the same situations, you all can call the customer service hotlines. Man, these places are really exceptional when it comes to customer service. A lot of times these particular corporate places will actually send you your money back, actually send you to a different location so you can purchase the same order that you had placed at the store that was wrongfully treated you. So this is one of the biggest things that people should realize and kind of have more patience. That was one of the main things I want to talk about, and I will get into it a little later on in this video. But before I get off into that, copyright disclaimer under Title 17, USC Sections 107. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is permitted by the copyright statute and might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, education, and personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Tips the balance in favor of fair use, you all. So here we go again. I was trying to say that this was something that could have absolutely been avoided, you all. And this is the main thing about actually going somewhere and you having maybe the wrong order. This is a very common thing. A lot of times these people would actually give you the wrong order, not because they intentionally intend to do that, just because they are so busy. And a lot of times people have to realize that these fast food service attendants, they actually come from maybe a less fortunate situation than you are actually in, you all. They are in what we call, let me see how I want to put this, you all, without being offensive, from low income uh, places, low income environments, maybe low income homes. These are the type of people that actually work in these type of fast food places. People, maybe under certain circumstances, you all. Now, mind you, these circumstances coming from low income and poverty stricken neighborhoods, so forth and so on. These are high stress situations, you all. So this is what we must first understand about these people who are actually serving our food. Not only should we appreciate them and the things that they are actually doing, trying to bring us some good service, we have to understand that they will make mistakes, you all. So this is one of the things I want to talk about also, you all. So before I get off into this, let me go ahead on and read this article. I did read my disclaimer, you all. So it said, Popeyes employee rips out Atlanta's woman hair over the wrong order, you all. So again, that was very wrong. There's nothing that you should never do. Customer is always right. It was a lot of things that this woman, as a manager, could have and should have done to eliminate this situation, and she failed to do so, you all. Instead of calling the authorities or something of this nature, or maybe the head corporate supervisor, to kind of explain to them that this woman is kind of actually holding up the line so that they would not be penalized, you all. But in this case, I'm more than sure that Mrs. Dawson know that these customer service have a certain amount of time, you all. When these service places do actually take your order, they have a certain amount of time to actually get you through the drive-through, give you fresh food, and get you on so they can take care of the next customer, you all. So this is where this situation went very bad, because Miss Dawson decided she was going to get back in the drive-through line where she knew she was going to be holding up these people to actually get the order that she had paid her money for, you all. Now, rightfully so. Now, in my opinion, I think the lady could have actually gotten out the vehicle and went in there and addressed her situation in a proper manner, you all, but she did not do so, nor did that still give the managers and her daughter and her niece the right to actually go outside and assault this lady in the manner that they did. It was very wrong, you all. So I'm going to get back off into that. I'm going to take a breathe. My big old self, y'all. I need to have some water in here. But let me get back to the conversation at hand. It says that Popeyes is facing a lawsuit after a woman was attacked in altercation with an employee at the restaurant Metro Atlanta location, you all. The victim claimed that the assault left her partially bald when she attempted to simply get her food for her children. In September 2022, Demetria Dawson arrived at the Popeyes on the Cleveland Avenue in Southwest Atlanta after claiming her order was incorrect. Tensions escalated in the drive-through line as the mother allegedly she was subsequently attacked in the exchange, you all. As the report by Atlanta Fox, Dawson says that the incident caused bruises on her body, with employees snatching pieces of her hair out, you all. So again, I seen a few different pictures of this lady's hair, so forth and so on. One of them looked kind of sketchy, but the other two photos actually looked like it was Dawson, you all. I don't know if she went in there and kind of cut it or what she had actually done, you all. But I'm more than sure that these ladies did pull this lady hair pretty much from her scalp. You also, again, this is very sad. It said the order scared Dawson into the point where she was unsure if she had made it out alive, claiming that the employees opened her car door to jump into the vehicle to fight her, you all. So again, these sisters came out of this Popeyes, and they went in there. And that's another thing about having relatives work at the same store locations, you all, because they're gonna win every time. Even if they lose, they're gonna win, because you can't expect your cousin, your brother, your mama, your niece, or whatever to be getting assaulted or fighting anybody, and you not get involved yourself, you all. So this is one of the ways that us blacks was actually raised, you all. Again, I do not fault her for that. If I worked on a well with my son and we was at the same site and he decided he was gonna get into it with somebody, then I'm gonna get down with him. We both gonna get fired that day. We'll talk about it when we get home, or talk about the rights and wrongs of a certain situation. But it's my duty as a father, a friend, a parent to actually get out there. I'm not gonna let him get out there by himself. If he right or wrong, again, we'll talk about this later, and I'm more than sure that this is the same thing to these Popeyes employees, you all. So again, it said Dawson is suing the 3 employees involved in the assault and seeking damages for food company itself. The David Bozeman law firm is representing her claims of negligence by the Upper Popeyes management due to management in Cleveland Avenue location having a known criminal history, you all. So this was the thing that had actually worked in the favor of Miss Dawson, because this lady that's a manager, she had also been convicted of a few other crimes, and that's neither here or there, because had she been convicted of other crimes or not, she was still wrong for leaving her job post to go outside to assault somebody, you all. So this is not something that no one should ever do. If you are working at one of these places and somebody, have the audacity to come out and attack you, you all, then, that's something that you have to deal with in the same manner that Miss Dawson had actually dealt with this situation, you all, because the lady had actually thought that she was going to die. I'm pretty sure after they snatched that patch of hair out of her head, that made her get right, but Miss Dawson had a weapon to protect her, you all, and she did pull out her firearm, and I'm pretty sure she told them she was going to pop them if they didn't stop. And so these ladies proceeded to stop and was later arrested, you all. So this is, again, one of the situations that's going to work on behalf of Miss Dawson case, because, again, Popeyes had failed to do the proper background check, because you have to know somebody's, might I say, morals, not so much as morals, that kind of background, because some people are short-tempered, some people are ill-patient, some people are bipolar, some people are not equipped to be customer service, you all. So again, these people are up under a lot of stress. They have to go through stress daily. So you want to make your job their job as easy as possible that you can possibly make for them, you all, so that they can treat you with good customer service. Because another thing, if you are a customer and you sitting up there being respectful to people, but you want them to actually change the order of your food, you don't know what them people gonna do to your food. You don't know if they're gonna rub one of them pads across your bread, or grab a little piece of poo or pea in your salad. You don't know if they're gonna spit hawk in your food, or what they're gonna actually do to your food. So it's best to be polite and respectful to these people. Kind of sympathize with what they may be going through. And if you can tip them every now and then also do that as well, you all. So again, that was one thing that I want to say, you all, on the behalf of people that are out there in the customer service field. So again, I do have a brief news clip that I can share with you all, and then I'm gonna let you all up out of here because I don't got no water. And I'll be running out of breath all night trying to talk to y'all. But anyway, man, I hope everybody understands the content and message in this actual lesson, you all. So again, I do have a brief news article that I can briefly share with everyone. And I'm gonna be sharing it off my phone with you all, so you will be able to see it very clear.
New details tonight at 11. An Atlanta woman describing how she was the victim of a violent and traumatic assault by 3 employees at a fast food restaurant, all after she told them they'd gotten her order wrong. So her accusations are now in a lawsuit against all 3 of them and against owners of the Popeyes restaurant franchise, where she says she was attacked. Now, we're working to get a comment from those owners, but so far, no response. Here's John Sherrick.
She says she is still recovering. Denitra Dawson says in September of last year, 3 Popeyes restaurant employees jumped her while she was in her car in the drive-thru on Cleveland Avenue in Southwest Atlanta and did this to her and beat and punched her after she tried to get them to correct her order.
Why me? I didn't even think I'd make it to my kids.
Atlanta police arrived and arrested the 3 employees, the mother who was the manager, and her daughter and niece, and charged them initially with misdemeanors. According to the lawsuit that Dawson's attorneys just filed in Fulton County, the employees were angry with Dawson because Dawson was just sitting in her car at the window trying to correct the food order. Dawson was slowing down the drive-thru line, and the attorneys say the employees are penalized if they drive-thru line moving fast. Attorney Mo Davis.
They decided they were going to fix that problem by attacking Miss Dawson and getting her to move her, forcing her to move her car.
And Dawson says the only reason they stopped beating her and got out of her car was because she was able to pull her gun on them. Dawson's attorneys say that because the manager, Tanister Evans, has a record of violent crimes, Popeye should have known before they hired her that she could be a threat to customers. Dawson is suing all 3 employees, as well as the Atlanta that owned Popeyes, no company, and no confirmation that there could be security cameras.
And there you go. So now you can kind of better understand this particular podcast this evening. So if you out there again, man, again, I'm more than sure that Miss Dawson knew. I am in favor for Miss Dawson, despite of you all, because no one should actually be assaulted in that manner. She was actually going to exchange her food, you all. And like I said, in my opinion, I feel like she could have handled that differently, as well as the managers could have handled that differently. Her and her family. But again, there's no excuse or no reason for them to come outside and behave in the manner that they did, you all. So prayerfully, everybody can understand this message. God third Christ gang. Peace. We out, y'all. Y'all have a blessed evening. Prayerfully talk to y'all tomorrow. Later.